Hello and welcome back to 10 out of 10 Mood Watch Again with Lauren and Russ.
Hello.
This week we are doing Anaconda because you guys asked for that, and please remember that you guys asked for that before we go any further. Girl, what a movie, man, what a movie. We're going to try and get through this as well as we can, but currently I am incredibly sleep deprived from Dublin, so if I get delirious at any point, Ross, you may have to run this show.
Oh.
So, general overview of the movie. Group of documentary makers trust John Voight to not lead them into a trap. It all goes horribly wrong. Sound about right?
That's probably close you're going to get, There's a plot in this movie.
So, why do you love this movie, Ross?
I mean, it's just a weird, campy, fucking weird movie.
Yes. My dad, unironically loves this movie. He showed my nieces this the other week, and my nieces were, pure obsessed with it. And then we watched it there, and I was like, wow, this is a film. See, to be honest, though, what's not to love? I think this was definitely one of the first, creature feature movies I watched, if you don't include Jaws. And I will always have a place in my heart. There will always be time for this level of overacting dramatics. And I say overacting in the loosest of terms because not one of the people in this movie is good. Also, this is one of those movies, anytime anybody suggests this or Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus, Lake Placid, Deep Blue Sea, I'm like, motherfucker, I'm in. Say the time and place.
No, fair enough. I'll give you that one.
Will we dive straight into thoughts and opinions?
Well, I'll give you some information first.
True. Yeah, cool, I forgot.
So, released in April 1997.
Class.
Directed by Luis Losa. Don't know how to say his second name, sorry if I murdered that. Said starring John Voight, J-Lo, Ice Cube, Owen Wilson and Eric Stoltz. Although I'll get into that. That's pretty weird.
And your man, what's his name? Jonathan Hyde from Titanic. Always a bastard in every movie. Aye.
So a budget of 45 million and a box office of 137 million. So it done well.
How?
I have no fucking idea.
How? Right, now we'll dive straight into those opinions. I just, off the bat, 40 points to any movie who does that scrolling paragraph of in the wild jungle there is a predator, blah blah blah, and this whole one is just anacondas aren't like other snakes, they're not like other girls, they're gonna eat you and then puke you back up and eat you again. With the Dracula tension music, specifically the Gary Oldman Dracula tension music, I'm locked in. I'm still here for it.
It's just weird because I've got here that feel the creature features,
and
it's obviously you said Deep Blue Sea, Lake Placid, Arachnophobia, but that was at 1990.
And tell me when you watched Arachnophobia, Ross.
I watched it when I was a kid years ago.
And
terrifying.
Anybody who doesn't know Ross is terrified of spiders. It's not even funny. It's not even it's a spider. This man will run out the room.
But, as I was saying, I just don't none of them are necessarily good movies.
No.
They all seem to do well, and why do you think that is?
I feel I mean, you and me are like that, but when we watch there's some new shark movie coming out in a couple of weeks, and you and me watched the trailer for it and we were like, this is going to be awful, I'm in. Do you know what I mean? I feel for all cinema is escapism, nothing is more escapism than a fucking rampant snake shark insert creepy crawly here movie. Do you know what I mean? That Sting movie that came out a couple of weeks ago has done really well, and it looks terrible.
But I don't get, because they all kind of follow the same thing.
Oh, aye.
They make this big fucking monster animal, whatever you want to call it.
Paper thin plot.
Aye, then they go and kill it.
Yeah.
I mean, this made 3 times its budget.
Yeah, and it's not great.
It's not. So I've got here that there's B movies with better plots. How did this get $45 million?
Yeah.
To make it?
Yeah. I get what you mean though about how do they make money, but then you saying that, but then there's arseholes like us that are give me Deep Blue Sea now. Do you know what I mean? I will sit down and watch any form of shark movie because the shark's just gonna fucking chomp people up in the grimmest of ways. Do you know what I mean? It's there's escapism for entertainment in your action movies, And then these type of movies are straight up like just leave your brain at the fucking door. Like, see, when I was looking up useless information, there was all this stuff of like, this movie says that anacondas do this, but anacondas in real life, fuck that.
Yeah,
I'm not
it
here for
doesn't
that.
matter,
Yeah, like, I don't care that an anaconda would never come near a human. I'm here to watch it eat John Voight. Do you know what I mean?
like, who gives a shit?
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
It's not a realistic story anyway.
No, none of these are. There's a movie though, there's a creature, well, I say creature feature, this one looks quite intense, and I know you're never going to see it with me, so I'll make Lee go see it with me, but it's called Infested, and it's a French Shudder film about this guy who gets like a spider, and prime plot, just spider escapes box, mayhem ensues kind of thing, right? But it looks, from the trailer, it looks like your worst fucking
But that's
nightmare.
pretty much the same with all of them though.
Yeah, no, but that's the
Like
thing. But
Lake Placid, or there's a massive crocodile.
yeah, but then she feeds it, doesn't
Aye.
she? She sits in Big
Aye,
Betty White.
There's other ones, but I'm like, everyone's the same.
Yeah, it's the ones like Deep Blue Sea though that try to give it a plot, and it's like, oh yeah, we're using these sharks to test Alzheimer's, but we've accidentally made these sharks like
smarter,
super
aye.
smart.
Aye, they can swim backwards and all that.
Yes.
It's fucking weird.
Yes.
It's just bizarre. I don't understand the fascination, and it annoys me as well because I'm also like, oh, I want to watch this.
Yeah.
Like that
I'm
one way, was it Caio Scodelario? The alligator one, is it?
Crawl or something it's called. Yeah. Yeah, it's like they're in a storm and the alligator gets into their crawl space and then you try and get away
Just
with it.
as you do, because that's what would happen.
40 out of 10.
It just makes no sense.
And yet, pass me the movie ticket. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Book the seats.
Like, if you were to read the stuff about Anaconda, is that this shouldn't have been a successful movie.
Yes.
The acting's terrible.
Oh my god, yes.
The snake itself looks fucking disgusting.
Yep.
And there's no redeeming qualities yet.
Incredible.
Watch it.
Yeah, incredible. Will sit down and watch this.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like as well, this movie sets the bar in the first 5 minutes by eating Danny Trejo. Like, if anything's killing off Danny Trejo, you know you're fucked. Do you know what I mean? Like, that man doesn't, like, nothing takes him out, and yet this fucker took him out in the first 5 minutes, so you're like, cool, I'll sit down. Like,
Aye, just 2 seconds, gets his paycheck, fucks off.
100%. He had a bathroom to get done up, didn't he? Jaws really does have a lot to answer for, doesn't it? Like, like what I mean by that is, like, obviously the first 10 minutes of this movie, it's like the camera as the snake. Like, you don't see the snake for the first like 20 minutes of the film.
It's meant to be like, oh, this new thing we're doing, is it's been done in everything.
100%. It's like the tension building music. You don't see the monster. You just see Danny Trejo shitting himself, and then boof, Anaconda. And it's like you're saying about all the creature feature movies, like, they all do it. Do you know what I mean? Now, obviously, there was probably movies before Jaws that did it, but Jaws is my point of reference of like these kind of movies. Yeah. But every single one of them does it. And do you know what though? Is like, see, for all, even if it's done in a shit movie, it's still incredibly effective. Do you know what I mean? Like, of like, right, okay, we're not seeing anything. Oh fuck, this guy looks scared. Oh no, what is this gonna look like? And then when you see the snake, the same as in Jaws, you're like, oh, it looks shite.
That's it. As soon as you start seeing the monsters, that like, you're out of it straight away.
100%. Yeah, like, even saying like, oh, obviously the snake looks shit, like, it's given very like Jim Henson, like Ray Harryhausen, like that kind of vibes. Like, it's just a big plastic snake, and it doesn't look great, but it does the job. Do you know what I mean?
When you actually see the animatronics they made for it, it looks stupid. Then when you see the CGI for the deaths, it's shocking. Well, they're just spinning around in circles. Yeah,
I've got some bits about the CGI and useless information because I was like, shut the fuck up. But like, genuinely, you when I tell you, you'll be like, okay, I get why the snake looks shit for like 90% of the film. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Also, know how we were doing like roll credits for like when the title of the movie gets mentioned in the movie? Does Ice Cube saying today is a good day roll credits for his music career?
I don't really get why he's in it.
Listen, I will live and die by Ice Cube in this fucking movie. Like, what a guy. He's walking about in an outfit that is level of comfort that I've never experienced. He's the only guy in it that's talking sense. Like, he's probably like, why the fuck are we here? What the fuck are we doing? Blah, blah, blah. Just sits with his radio. The radio, which also plays his, Mac 10, The
I have no
other
idea.
the other rapper was Ice Cube's pal, and he gets his wee pal on the
Right,
radio.
okay.
I was
No,
like, good
fair
for you,
enough.
Ice Cube. But like, Ice Cube's the only character in this movie that I'm like, I can rock with you. I can get behind you. You are the only one that's talking sense.
Right, just going to the cast of this movie then.
Oh,
So you have Owen Wilson,
yep.
who
Young Owen Wilson.
young. Like I think this was on like his third film or something.
Amazing.
But then he goes on and does his comedy movies.
And then he kind of pissed off for a while and then came back with Loki. Like, Loki,
Yeah.
it was like his right, like, oh my God, Owen Wilson, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that. Then you have John Voight, who's just, well, I don't even know what the fuck he's doing in this film.
John Voight just seems so random in this movie, but see, to me, like, this was, I watched this movie quite young, thanks Dad, and like, John Voight, this is the only movie I'd ever seen John Voight in.
Yeah.
So like, I didn't know about him. Like, I only knew he was Angelina Jolie's dad. I didn't know anything else about him.
That and he was in that one with, oh fuck, what's his name?
You talk about National
Dustin
Treasure?
Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman. Oh, Midnight Cowboy.
Midnight
I'm
Cowboy.
walking here.
That's the only ones I can think
He's
of.
in Tomb Raider as well.
Oh, so yes.
And he's in National Treasure. He's Nicolas Cage's
he's
dad
a
in National
dad,
Treasure.
yeah.
That, I mean, that we're really showing my age here, that Midnight Cowboy was not the first thing that came to our head.
I mean, fucking well before our time. But him, you've got Eric Stoltz, who isn't in it for half the movie.
Eric Stoltz has a solid 6 minutes of screen time in this movie.
I don't understand why. He must have had to fuck off and do something else. Other engagements.
Yeah. Like, easiest paycheck this cunt's ever made in his life. Apart from
lying in a bed.
Yeah. Apart from like missing Back to the Future. But no, was he not like in Back to the Future? Or he was
I think they filmed bits with him. Then they changed it all.
He's the Stuart Townsend of Back to the Future.
I'm sure they really ruined him. But that, you've got the guy for Jonathan Hyde, you say?
Yeah, from Titanic, from Jumanji.
Yeah, he's
from,
in. Like, he just plays the fucking same
he's
posh
a prick
English twat.
in everything. Yeah.
Then fucking J-Lo.
J-Lo herself.
Who gave her the right to act?
Listen, right, I was genuinely looking this up, right, because I feel like J-Lo's just always been there. Like, when we were younger, it was just, she was always in movies and she was in the charts and all that. And now, obviously, she's getting ripped apart with this. Was it This Is Me? Or This Is I Am Me? Whatever, like this fucking Amazon shit. Where she's still screaming about coming from the Bronx, and I don't think she's been back to the Bronx since the fucking 90s.
She got like stupid money.
Yeah. And like, everyone's always like, oh, is it Gigli or something? The one Giggly. The one she does with Ben Affleck, that was supposed to have like ruined both their careers. And yet, when I was looking up IMDb, Jiggly didn't come out until 2003, after Made in Manhattan, after this, after our Serena movie. Yeah. And it's like, and what the fuck? Like, genuinely, I had to go and look up at IMDb because I was like, nah. But she's been fucking booked and busy. And like, again, that Selena movie came out like 3-4 months before this movie came out, like Anaconda.
Yeah.
Now, I am not familiar with Selena's music. I know she's like a cultural figure, but I'm not that familiar with her. But apparently that movie was very well reviewed and that basically bought J-Lo points. But most of the movies she's been a producer in, and I think that's how she's done it. Basically since like 2000, she's been a producer / executive producer of all of her fucking movies. And so it's like, is she booked and busy, or is she just booking herself?
I can get it with some movies though, because obviously back in like early 2000s, like late 90s, she was a big deal.
Yeah.
Fucking what biggest pop star in the world. So
Jenny from the Block.
It makes sense that we'll put her in. They've done it with everybody.
Yeah.
Put her in a movie and people go and see it just to see her.
Yeah.
She just looks bored. She
really
looks fed
does.
up doing this movie.
She really does. Like, there's obviously bits where she's supposed to be scrapping John Voight and she's like, why are we here, man? Why are we here?
Like, the filming it, like, imagine that wasn't an easy movie to film. Especially if you go, like, if you're on the boat and that all the time, you're like, why are you putting yourself through? You don't need an acting career.
Yeah, relax,
like, you
mate.
never have.
You're already taking over the charts.
Aye.
I think as well, though, like, as well as, like, she's not a great actress, like, at all. And it baffles me, like, now, Made in Manhattan is a classic, and a fucking classic. And I'll let it slide for Made in Manhattan. But like Ralph Fiennes is also in Made in Manhattan, and this is what baffles me about J-Lo is like she gets the good people. Do you know what I mean? Like
she needs to.
I know.
Well, this is an example of what happens when you don't get good people.
Yeah, totally. Like I was never a wedding planner, J-Lo, but my pal loves wedding planner, and like she gets Matthew McConaughey in that, and that was Matthew McConaughey prime rom-com Matthew McConaughey. Do you know what I mean? Like she's always got like good people in these movies with her just to kind of carry her through. Do you know what I mean? But like she's awful in this movie. She's awful, and in real life, I think we all know she's an awful person. So fuck off. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, her time's kind of up. Like she's not really that relevant anymore.
I think she's trying to make herself relevant again these days. Like obviously with this I Am Me, J-Lo, whatever the fuck movie that came out on Amazon. Yeah. I've not watched it, but part of me really wants to because I've seen nothing but horrific things about it, and I just, do you know what I mean? I kind of want to see how bad it is. But then as well, like she's had to cancel her quote unquote world tour, try to like say, oh, she needs to go back and see like Ben and the Waynes. But I saw a video on TikTok the other night of one of her shows in America, and they've not sold any of the seating seats. It's in like the person who did the video was like, oh, this is like a 50,000 person stadium, and you're lucky if like 15,000 people were here. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I think she's obviously cancelled the tour, being like, oh, I need to go back and be with my family, and it's like, or does no one care, J-Lo? Do you know what I mean?
This would have been about 26 years ago, so...
Aye, listen...
Like I said, she had 26 years to fuck up her own career.
Yeah.
And she's done pretty good at it.
The chokehold that her perfume had on every lassie at our school, do you know what I mean?
Fuck that, man.
Honestly, I will always have time for movies like this where fucking tourists... Well, this movie is documentary filmmakers, but you know who I'm talking about. Like, they're coming into the monster's natural habitat. Like, this snake is just cutting about, eating boars, living a good life, and then they're shocked and outraged that the snake is like, dinner. Do you know what I mean? But like, this is obviously the plot line in most of these creature feature movies, but it's like, you're in his house. Go. Yeah. Like,
it's the same with Jaws and that.
Yeah, like you've came in, it's scheme, it's obviously going to eat you. Like,
you see it with Jaws, or get out the water. Like, oh no, we want to get the waters clean in that film, is it? No,
get
like
that's
where the shark goes, aye?
Yeah, that's like that Billy Connolly thing, into of like, I'm never going to go in the sea because that's there, but like I've got no business being there.
No,
like,
we're not built to be there.
Yeah, like if we were supposed to be there, we'd have fucking gills. Do you know what I mean? Like, I leave you alone, you leave me alone. I have no interest in going anywhere where there's going to be fucking killer snakes, spiders, sharks, those mad fish that guttle up your genitals and eat you from the inside out. Absolutely not. Bolt. But in every single one of these movies, they're like, can't believe this monster's coming to munch me. Like, it's a scheme. It would not annoy you if you weren't annoying it. Like,
yeah, but, I mean, they're going about although that to film a documentary.
What?
On what? I don't really know.
Well, and it's supposed.
It definitely wasn't the Anaconda. So
it's supposed to be the plot is nothing in this movie, but it's supposed to be like the indigenous people, an indigenous tribe that's been out there that nobody's been able to see, and that's how, like, at the end they drive by,
able to see them. Like, how the fuck are they just going to see them?
That's how, like, the end they like go by in the boat, and all the wee indigenous people are like, hiya, like, fuck off. Like,
how are they still alive?
Because they fucking left the Anaconda alone. They built a wall so that the Anaconda couldn't get out, which is also
that's a lot of shite.
Yeah. I don't know if this should be an A or not, but that wall was tiny. That Anaconda was huge.
The Anaconda kept changing sizes, I know.
Yeah. Like, that Anaconda can climb fucking trees, mate. That wall's not fucking helping you.
Just swim under it.
Yeah. Just burst through it, mate. Just heat her first. Does Jon Voight get special mentions purely for those fucking facial expressions? Like, every time the camera was on him, he was like, ugh. Like, do you know what I mean?
I imagine when they were filming this, like, the scriptwriter or the director was like, right, John, you're doing this, and he went, no, I know the character better than you. This is what I'm gonna start doing.
He's went method with it.
Then what is it with J-Lo? She's doing again?
What do you mean?
The bit with my creepy face.
Oh yeah, all she's doing is putting water on the back of her neck, and he's just like,
I was like, come on, fuck me.
I know. His eyes are like never fully open ever
No.
in any scene. Because like I clocked it and then was like literally just staring at John Voight like, surely he's got to open his eyes. The only time his eyes are fully open is when he gets eaten by the snake and he goes like, pure goes bug-eyed. That's it. And then he just makes all these mad creepy wee noises and like the most mental stink face I've ever seen in my life.
That must be how he's saying, like, what did was it the Paraguay, isn't it? He's meant to be?
Yeah.
Like,
Supposed to be.
What did people for Paraguay do? And he's looked at us, aye, that'll do.
Aye, one Google image searched.
Aye,
Yeah.
He's looked it up and he's like, aye, no, I've got it. Then he's like, I'd rather you done this. He's like, no, I've got a better idea for you guys.
Say less, boys.
I'm John fucking Voight. I can do what I want.
See, another thing, right, of when I was looking up useless information, it was trying to tell me, like, oh, John Voight should not have been from Paraguay because people from Paraguay do not have blue eyes. I was like, that's
the least of the issues.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the least of the concerns of this film.
Yeah, I've got that as an A. Is it what part of Paraguay is it for?
Springburn.
Just answered it there. I was like, no fucking. He puts on this weird, like, sort of wispy type accent.
Yeah.
And is it? I've got to hear an offer. One of my thoughts is that, see the amount of shite he comes out with?
Aye.
Like, he's trying to play like this insightful fucking, like,
Medicine
expert.
bastard,
And it's, what is it? Oh, fear is good.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many of them. Is it like the animals don't care about you and all that? And is it, mate, you're talking shite. You're just fucking havering a lot of bollocks.
Aye, sit down, shut up.
Aye. Like, how did they just say, like, wrap the pish?
Yeah.
Like, you're talking shit.
See, as well, like, it takes them a long time to be like, there's something up with this guy.
Yeah.
Like when he's Big Mateo gets munched by the anaconda and him and Ice Cube come back and they're like, oh, where's Mateo? And he's like, I don't know.
It's just mental how they trust him. But then, as you said, Wilson turns instantly.
Mate.
He's all for it.
Mate, that man steals them down the fucking river. That's in my A, so I'll save it. But fuck you, Owen Wilson, man. You're a rat.
It's fucking grim. Like, the character development, non-existent.
Yeah.
Plot, non-existent.
Yeah.
Give him 45 million quid to do it. Fucking unreal.
There's only like 6 bits with the snake in it.
Yeah.
Like, most of it is just J-Lo on a boat. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
I imagine they would have had issues with the snake.
Well,
like,
I'll get into that.
Animatronics and that, so they've probably thought, like, we need to limit this. We'll make it like Jaws. And is it? Yeah, Jaws only done it because they had fucking issues with the shark. Like, I think they would have had more than a shark, but they fucking couldn't.
Fuck's sake, the stories of the filming of Jaws is like notorious, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, and they're like, I know, we'll do it like Jaws, but we'll do it better.
Yeah,
no, Jaws was good.
Like, this is a short movie at an hour 29.
Thank God.
But for an hour 29, you've only got like 10 minutes of the snake. Then fucking 50% of that, 5 minutes of that is bad CGI.
Yeah.
You're never going to win concert with it.
Yes. See, as well, now, I've got more about these documentary filmmakers in my A's, right? But see the bit where Eric Stoltz goes diving when like the rope gets stuck around the thingy and he goes diving and gets the wasp in his gub and they have to give him a tracheotomy. Childhood trauma. I swear to God, like, see when you say to me, oh, Anaconda, that is literally that is ingrained in my head. Like, that scene was so far too young. Like, actual horrific. But then see as well, like, when J-Lo's shouting at John Voight and she's like, oh, you planned all of this? And he goes, let's not forget about the wasp. Now, this might be an A, but we're diving in. How the fuck is John Voight getting this wasp to climb into Eric Stoltz's mouth?
And he's just been a dick.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I was sitting there and I was like, please tell me you are not trying to take credit for that wasp. Like, fuck off.
I think he's just trying to wind it up. Try and inject a bit of spark out of this fucking movie.
Oh, Christ.
Acting, darling, acting.
See as well, the twist at the end of, oh, you thought this bastard was big, wait till you see it small, right? Now, that can be used so well, right? Like aliens and all this kind of stuff. But then it can also be used horrifically, like the Meg. Like, it's one of those tropes that as soon as it's like, there's another one, it's bigger. You're like, let's go. And then it never pays off the way they want it to.
Does it? Fuck. Just lazy. Like, very lazy, right? Is it, they can kill that one, but there's a bigger one, is it?
And that one was killed in about 30 seconds as well.
Why is that one not appeared?
Yeah. I saw this as well, came up in my useless information, but again, I didn't include it. Well, I say I didn't include it. I'm about to fucking talk about it now. But seeming like all of the useless information was like, oh, they could have done this with a snake, or they could have done this with a snake. Like, it's not real, right?
Yeah.
But there was a bit where it was like, oh, John Voight wants to keep the big massive snake alive to sell it. But really what he could have done was taken the small baby snake, and then they grow rapidly. Within like 5 years, you're going to have a 70-foot snake and sell it that way. And I'm like, yeah, but that's too easy. Movie be done in about 10 minutes.
Where are you going to keep a 70-foot snake?
I'd phone them up and ask. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Like, no, fuck that.
Honestly, I read that and I was like, yeah, but then the movie would have been done in like 10 minutes. John Voight's just pocketing all these snakes. Like, cool, yeah, wherever you want to go.
Putting it in a wee fucking plastic bag.
Yeah. Now, I know I've done this. This is probably the only one I don't really give a fuck about, right? What do you think happens next? Because obviously he's sitting with a big fucking hole in his neck from the tracheotomy. Ice Cube's been half munched, pure fucked up, and J-Lo's just chill. They have no footage of any type of documentary. J-Lo was like, this was supposed to be my big break, and then they see the indigenous tribe at the end but don't film it. Like, what's coming?
I think they just go home. Well, first of all, they
just back up the road.
Take him to
Chinese.
Take him to a hospital.
Yeah.
Then just be like, right, that was a fucking scam.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, is like 80% of your crew is dead. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
for a documentary crew, they film fuck all other than the first 10 minutes.
For a documentary crew, they were so unprepared for anything.
No guide, nothing.
No, like, knowledge of like the Amazon. Do you know what I mean?
No,
they're just like, we're going to go that way and see this tribe.
It doesn't really explain to you what they're actually doing, really. Like, it's more a case of, alright, you're going to come with us, we're going to film the Amazon. Is it right? Cool. There's no fucking like planning or anything. Just go up this river and get them. I don't think that's how it works. These can't spend months and months in the jungle or looking for this one certain type of fucking thing.
I thought there would be like more, like, all of them seem just to be like, obviously Jonathan Hyde, your man for Titanic, he was
like a presenter, I think of it. Aye.
But then everyone apart from Eric Stoltz and J-Lo seemed to just be hanging about. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, Eric Stoltz and J-Lo were at least like, right, okay, this is the history of the tribe, this is blah 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 blah. And then the other three were just like, aye, cool, we're just here on a wee boat. Do you know what I mean? Like, none of them were super, oh yeah, like, I know medicine, I know the wildlife, I know. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're going to go, you're going to bring people in that'll know what the fuck they're doing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck them. I reckon after this movie, because you're going to need to go back and explain, oh, by the way, all these cunts are dead because we were so unprepared. Eric Stoltz is a bit fucked up. Like, and she's like, this was supposed to be my big break. But I wonder if they go down, like, sell their story to the news and they become like a 20-minute sensation. Do you know what I mean? Of like, we survived this giant fucking anaconda, but we have no like video proof. Who's going to believe them? Yeah.
Like a big fucking how many foot anaconda killed them on? Is it?
Did it?
Where's the evidence? Now, straight away when you hear all shit, is it? I don't believe you.
Yep. Yeah, I feel like they just go and make documentaries about like fucking housing schemes or something, like, oh, this new terrace is getting built that's going to home this, like, oh, perfect, that'll do. Like,
whatever company it is, I think it's National Geographic, I'm not sure.
Oh, they're fucking...
They'll just be like, nah, you're canned.
They're filming worms, mate. They're filming worms.
You've killed, 90% of your staff, get fucked.
Aye, 100%. Have you got anything else with thoughts and opinions, or we dive into favourite scene?
No, I'm just glad it was a short movie. Just watching it back, it's not fucking... It's one of the worst creature ones.
Yeah. And it had sequels, like multiple sequels.
Pretty sure big Hasselhoff's in one of them.
Hasselhoff's in one, John Rhys Davies is in one. Like, it's got like 4 or 5 sequels. And then there's a spin-off of Anaconda versus Lake Placid that if you think we're not watching, Ross, you're fucking wrong.
Yeah, you think we're not? Like, we're not.
No. That's getting watched.
I'm a fuck watching it.
Fuck off.
Right, jump at your favourite scene then. What is it?
Mine is it's the waterfall bit for me. when he's trying to run from the anaconda, but the anaconda's already like climbed up trees, takes out like the trees with them and all that. Just terrible but class. What about you?
Mine's is just the tracheotomy scene. Just because it's the only one I remembered.
Yeah, before we put it on.
That's the only one that stuck with me. So, not even my favourite. I don't really have one because they're all terrible.
That's the thing.
My most memorable will go with this one.
That's the thing, is like, when I was trying to think of something for favourite scene, I was like, the end credits. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't fucking know. I mean, you could what this movie is missing is not like the end of like Con Air and Predator, where it's like all the actors turn around and give it like a big cheese to the camera, and it should have just been Big John Voight, just like at the end.
Probably best I didn't do that.
Yeah. Right, I'll dive into useless information. You're gonna love some of these, right? So obviously, like I've said, a lot of the useless information that was coming up was all of like, this is not correct, anacondas would not behave like this, but that's not what we're here for. This is like when people moan about like the historical inaccuracy of like Troy. Shut the fuck up. We're here to watch Brad Pitt run round a wall. Do you know what I mean?
It's never been claimed that these are accurate.
I know. Despite the Razzie Awards and negative reviews, this film was a box office success and continued to be a success when it came out on VHS. It won something like 14 Razzie Awards, and there's a book, the top 100 Razzies of all time, and this is like number 42 or something like that.
That makes sense,
while filming, the animatronics in the Anaconda short-circuited, causing the snake to lose control and flail all over the boat. And this footage is used in the film, like, of just the snake battering everybody, like, out the road. The CG, so know how obviously we were saying the CGI is terrible and there's not a lot of it though. The CGI for the Anaconda cost $100,000 a second.
Fuck off.
A second.
How?
1997, mate. I don't know. Hence why they used mostly practical effects with the animatronics in that. 100,000 a second.
You had animatronics before it that looked better.
Yeah.
Like they had money for this movie.
Yeah.
Like this wasn't just some stupid.
I feel like
indie art house.
No.
This had This was a big budget.
I feel like most of that budget though is stooked up by like J-Lo and John Voight. Do you know what I mean? Like,
surely fuck. Like,
you'd be like going to take a pay cut for 10 minutes so we can make a snake look good. 100%.
Like, yous aren't doing anything great in this. Fucking let us use it.
Yeah, shut up. Yeah. So the river scenes were shot in Brazil, and the rest of the movie on the boat, all that good stuff, was shot in the Los Angeles Arbitrum. Close enough.
Like what you're trying to say.
Enough.
We'll go with that.
But like, yeah, like they were in Brazil for like a month, and the rest of the time they were just in LA.
So that would have been tough to film in, I imagine. Like filming in, I assume it was Amazon they filmed in.
It just said Brazil.
Whatever. So you're in that boat, it's fucking, with that heat where it's like sticky.
Oh my god,
you feel shit.
Yeah, you just want to like climb out your own skin, you're so warm.
Like, imagine going through all that trouble, then when this movie comes out to be like, this is shit.
This is bish.
You don't realise what we fucking done for this.
Yeah, we're all fucking dying in Brazil, mate. 10 years after the film's theatrical release, Ice Cube released his own director's cut called Iced Anaconda. It used only footage that Ice Cube had shot whilst acting as the cameraman in the film.
Yeah.
Empire magazine called the 10-minute long film the best snake film since Anaconda, giving it 4 stars.
Nigga, gotta go.
100%. It's 10 minutes long, man. Like, we've got to.
I need to find that. That'll be class.
Do you want... Okay, so this bit I'm absolutely buzzing for. So this is who was supposed to be in it and turned it down.
I probably don't blame them.
Yeah. So Gillian Anderson of X-Files and Juliana Margulies of ER, her with the big curly hair, turned down J-Lo's role. Jennifer Aniston, Nicole Kidman, Juliette Binoche, Kim Basinger, Sandra Bullock, and your bird Kate Beckinsale were also asked to be J-Lo's role and turned it down.
What?
Yep.
Who the fuck?
Yep.
Did the cunts that made Anaconda think they are?
Nicole Kidman cutting about, just being like, like, no.
Who was this done by? Columbia Pictures. Distributed by Sony. So this this was a big deal.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they weren't fucking about with this, but
Now, obviously, Gillian Anderson, Juliana Margulies have turned it down. I'm assuming Gillian Anderson was bodied in the X-Files at the point.
but ER, I mean, 94 that came out. So
Juliana
97
Margulies, she must have been out by 97.
what, 3 seasons?
She
A
was
season a
only
year.
in the first couple. Mind her and George Clooney fuck off together.
But regardless, she would have been a big
Yeah.
deal on like TV.
100%.
Anyway,
Jennifer Aniston, Friends has got to have been out by 97, surely.
I don't
Even
know.
just the first season, or filming it at least.
2 seconds.
hmm
Aye, 94, so that would have been,
So you're on your like second, third season of Friends.
yeah.
Kate Beckinsale, I don't really know what she was doing.
No.
You can phone her up and ask her.
No idea.
Nicole Kidman's fucking Nicole Kidman. Like, this is after like Eyes Wide Shut and all that. Like, Nicole Kidman's like if not an A-lister by this
No,
point,
Eyes
on
Wide
her
Shut was
way.
99.
Was it 99?
Aye.
Holy shit, right, okay, so Nicole Kidman was fucking nobody then.
Well, I don't know if she's an oldie, but
Cutting about Australia.
I imagine she'd have been making. She could clearly make something better than this push anyway.
Aye. Juliette Binoche, Kim Basinger, and Sandra Bullock. Do you want the ones who were up for the John Voight role?
Aye, go, that'll be a good one.
Right. So, Sean Connery, Tommy Lee Jones, and John Malkovich turned down the role. Sean Connery as a Paraguayan whatever.
Do you think this is what I'm leading to with John Voight doing his own thing?
Aye.
I bet you he was meant to be American.
Aye. And
And
he's
he's
been
fucking-
like, guys.
Aye, look, it makes more sense if I'm Paraguayan. Is it? How? He went, oh, here's the accent. Is it?
Mm.
Ah, fuck, just do it.
Well, J-Lo's character was originally supposed to be called Terry Porter, which is obviously why they've asked all these fucking white women.
Yeah.
And then J-Lo's came in and put a wee Latino flair on it and said, I'm now called Terry Flores. And they're like, right, cool, neighbour. Tommy Lee Jones, I don't know what Tommy Lee Jones was up to in 97, but Tommy Lee Jones is a big fucking deal. Well,
Oh, fucker.
I don't know. When did Under Siege come out? Not that that's his biggest movie, but do you know what I mean? Like, you watch Under Siege and you're like, this man's on it. Do you know what I mean?
He's had a good career, Tommy Lee Jones.
Aye. Tommy Lee Jones is class.
Hold on, I'll just look up what in 97.
Good.
97 he done Volcano.
Yes!
Fucking classic.
Yes!
Men in Black.
Yes!
But the movie before that was Batman Forever.
Oh, excellent.
Then
Absolutely.
The year before that, Natural Born Killers.
Oh,
So
I always forget
he
he's in
wasn't-
Natural Born Killers.
It's not as if he was a fucking. He done The Fugitive 93.
Oh my god. Is that when The Fugitive came out?
Aye.
I can't
Under
talk
Siege
about that film.
92. So he was.
He's a thing. He's booked and busy.
He was doing well. Then thank fuck he didn't do Anaconda.
Hey, please give us Volcanoes, Tommy Lee
Oh,
Jones.
Volcano's a fucking classic.
It's so good.
I'll have nothing bad said about that
It's
movie.
so good. What was the one Pierce Brosnan did that was a volcano one?
Oh, Dante's
Peak.
Dante's
yeah,
Peak,
yeah,
aye.
yeah. Oh, we'll need to do like some natural disaster movies. We've not done any.
Aye. Dante's Peak came out in 97.
Holy shit.
I wonder if it beat it.
What was John Malkovich doing in 97? See how you're talking about natural disaster movies? Natural disaster movies to me are like what horror films are to other people. Like, because at least if you're in a haunted house, you can leave the house. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Natural disaster, you are fucked. Like,
97, Con Air. He was
oh, well,
doing-
there we go then.
Yeah.
There we go. Right, perfect. We would never have had Cyrus the Virus
Aye.
if it hadn't been. Oh, perfect.
Oh, fair fucks, man. They've got the worst, like, they hicked all these good people that this could be a decent movie. Then it's like, let's just go for the fucking dregs.
Ross, I'm about to blow your mind by who else turned this movie down.
This
so
shows
that-
you, though, the money.
No, I
The
know.
money couldn't have went to John Voight. It's like, you're 7th on the list, wee man.
Aye.
Fucking get a
Oh,
grip.
no. Ross, 10th, mate. Because Michael Douglas, Harrison Ford, Mel Gibson, Liam Neeson, Jack Nicholson, Jean Reno, and Martin Sheen were also considered for the part of Paul Cerrone.
I think they're just saying,
I think so.
I'll ask him to do it, and they're like, no.
Aye.
There's no way nobody in the right mind would go to them with a script like this
No.
back here, because they would laugh at you. Who's in it? Jennifer Lopez and Ice Cube, and they're like, no.
What erotic thriller was Michael Douglas bringing out in 1997?
Oh, for
We're
fuck's
deep
sake.
diving here, guys. This is the tangent.
Yes,
You've
it's turned into something different.
You've never seen Ross's thumbs move to Google so fast in your life.
Wikipedia is my friend, man. Hold on, bear with me, guys.
We'll move on to something else after, but this is too good. I need to know. The people have to know.
Hold on, film. 97, you say?
Yep.
He was a producer in Face Off.
Face Off.
He was in The Game.
Okay.
And that was it.
Oh, really?
Aye.
Taking a break from his
Mystery
erotic
thriller
fillers.
one. Well, saying that, The Game was directed by Fincher.
Did I just say erotic fillers? I meant erotic thrillers.
He was in a Fincher movie, so
Listen,
might as well.
Harrison Ford, what was he up to in 97?
Air Force One.
Oh, excellent.
Aye. And
excellent.
a movie called The Devil's Own.
Get off my plane.
And he was in a movie with Brad Pitt. And obviously fucking Air Force One with fucking
Gary Oldman.
Legend.
The man.
Absolute legend.
Any of the other names that you're really that arsed about? We've got Mel Gibson, Liam Neeson, Jack Nicholson, Jean Reno, and Martin Sheen.
Oh, we can't. We'll be here for that'll be about a 3-hour podcast of what were they all doing in 97.
Just us giggling.
Aye, fuck's sake.
That's all my useless information, but I was fucking shocked at the amount of like good people they had up for this movie.
It's got to be if it's like Columbia Pictures of like
who's on the Rolodex.
We've worked for these, like,
Yeah.
they've done movies for us. Do you think they'll do it? And they're probably like, no. Like, the way their agent or whatever, and they'll be like, do you think they'll up for it? Nah, no chance.
And I'm not being funny. They've pied it to make better things. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, see if Harrison Ford had pied it and then just took a year off, I'd have been like, hombre, you didn't have a couple of weeks now.
Yeah.
We've got Air Force One for him. We've got fucking Con Air for Malkovich. Like, I'm in. I'm absolutely in.
Yeah, they all made fucking decent movies at the time, so it's not as if
Yeah.
none of them lost out for not making this.
Absolutely not. Will we dive into E?
Aye. See, for this whole movie, it's all big one, like,
Yeah.
the story, but I've only got one, and it's the bit where they blow up the gate with all the snakes. Why are they all shiting themselves? They're in the Amazon. The wildlife documentaries, like, they film wildlife. They're in the Amazon. There's got to be snakes. There's got to be animals. Like, don't be shocked.
So, when I might have an answer for you, but this hasn't anything to do with the film. When I was looking up useless information, it said that it never said who, it just said some of the actors were deathly terrified of snakes.
Why are you in a movie called Anaconda?
Genuinely, I read that and I was like, shut the fuck up, no way.
If I was an actor and they say, oh, here's a role for your arachnophobia, I'd be like, no, give you 20 million, I'm not doing it.
I'll fucking pass.
Like,
I'll fucking pass.
Is there going to be snakes in Anaconda? Oh, I don't know. You might need to see one or two.
But
fuck off.
I think that's how half of them were shiting themselves, because it was real snakes mixed in with plastic snakes. But
why are you shocked?
Yeah, again, it's a film about a giant fucking snake.
You're going to see a giant fucking snake.
So stupid. I'd actually love to see you in a movie about spiders, because you wouldn't be acting, babe. You would be full on just like, no.
You wouldn't see me in a movie because, first of all, I'm not an actor, second of all, I wouldn't do it. I don't care how much money people could be throwing me stupid money. I'm not doing it.
But what if it was a spider movie with Gary Oldman and you get to nip Kate Beckinsale in it?
I'm not doing it.
Oh, really?
I'm telling you.
150 million, you get to go for a pint with Gary Oldman every day and you get to nip Kate Beckinsale every day.
I'm not doing it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not
Even
doing a spider.
that?
They say all those the real spiders. Like, I don't care.
This spider needs to crawl across your head. Nope.
No, I'm out.
Kate Beckinsale's like, one nostril by a laugh. Fuck off in. I'm busy.
Away you go, you stupid cow. I'm not doing it.
Well, at least I know you'll never cheat on me if there's spiders involved in it. I also wanted to ask as well, just the people of the film, what is it about John Voight that makes him look trustworthy?
Yeah.
Like, they pick him up as like a straggler. He's got the most dodgiest looking face I've ever seen in my life. And he's like, aye, cool, I'll be your guide. And they're all like, I nae bother.
Yeah.
Like,
you're unprepared.
And that was my next A, was just that, I mean, I know we've already done it in Thoughts and Opinions, but like, for making a documentary about the Amazon, and if it's National Geographic, they're hitting you with people, they're hitting you with shit. And these guys...
you're not going empty-handed.
No, absolutely not. They were so underprepared for anything. And their camera was... Genuinely, I saw one camera roll one time when John Voight stands in front of the camera. That's it.
Yeah, it's stupid.
But, like, they stopped filming because Eric Stoltz got a wasp to the throat. But, like, you could still be doing shit. Like, you could still be trying to salvage it. Do you know what I mean?
I think they just needed to have a reason to be there.
Yeah.
And make up anything. Like, don't...
the only thing they gave a fuck about was getting their hole. Like, see the first 20 minutes of the movie, Owen Wilson's like pure chatting
That's really
her up.
turning me on. Is it
Yeah,
Camden?
yeah, yeah. Oh, what is it about the jungle that makes me really horny? I don't know. Sit the fuck down. Do you know what I mean? Leave me
can
alone.
behave yourself, you cunt.
See, again, just 40 points to Ice Cube for being the only guy in this movie talking sense when they all have their argument, right? When Owen Wilson gets like radicalized in about 10 minutes and they start scrapping with the rest of the crew, and Ice Cube's like, how did we go from trying to film a tribe and getting Eric Stoltz to the hospital to catching a giant fucking snake? Like, what is going on, people?
See, I think he just broke out of character and he was like, right, there's something wrong here, guys.
There's a plot in the script somewhere.
Yeah,
like,
it's went missing here.
I feel like Owen Wilson, he got, like, John Voight got him on board so fucking quick. Like, he went from, like, now fair play, John Voight saved his life in 5 minutes, right? But all he said was, I think this snake will be worth about $1 million. Yeah. And Owen Wilson's like, I'm in. I'm fucking in. Like, selling out all his pals, like, standing next to John Voight being like, well, we need to salvage something. Why not just film him? Like, filming
$1 million split between 6 people. Like, it's not enough to exactly walk and retire. 100%.
And then, like, why don't we film a documentary about him catching the snake? And yet every time John Voight was planning something to do with a snake, everyone else was just standing there. Like, Owen Wilson couldn't just whip a camera out. No, like, if you're that adamant on wanting to salvage whatever's came of this, and you want the £1 million, surely you'd be like, right, big man, let's go. Do you know what I mean?
Aye. No,
fucking dig.
That was just we just need to give him a reason, as I've said. Give him a reason to be there, and it was a shite reason.
100%. See, as well, when it kind of reminded me of that bit of Still Game on the Magical Mystery Tour when Isa's like, hello, Bobby. Davey, sorry. When J-Lo's trying to seduce John Voight.
Yeah.
And he's like, I haven't had a woman in years, right? And she's just like, oh, you know, I think I've chatted nicer to you trying to get you to buy me a Chinese. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Never mind fucking, gonna just no do that. Do you know what I mean? Shut up.
I need a pish.
Maybe we could fill over and you could watch me.
Pretty sure you're trying to say that. I get a Chinese, I know.
There is no depths. I will not plummet to get a free Chinese.
Fuck's sake.
Also, did you clock the reverse shot?
No, you pointed it. That was a fucking belter.
Yeah. So after they batter John Voight off the boat and Ice Cube goes up to drive, and it shows you the boat riding out, the waterfall is going the wrong way. Like, they've just heavy ran out of footage and been like, fuck it, no one will notice. And it's like, it was so noticeable.
Yeah, why do you need a shot of them leaving anyway?
Yeah.
Like, just go on to the next scene, guys. Come on, fuck. I mean, I've already admitted I am no expert of movies. I don't really know how to make them, what the fuck they do to anything about them.
I just know how to talk shit about them.
I know that's probably not what you're meant to do. That much and little knowledge I know, that's a big no-no.
I just rewind that, guys. They don't know.
45 million they gave you for this.
45 million and fuck you're rewinding tape. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, you know what? Fuck it. Right. We'll go to best kill, worst kill, because these A's will break my soul.
Right, okay.
Did
you not have any more?
No.
Right, okay.
I'm not going to lie. See, about 20 minutes in, I was done with this movie.
Okay.
I was just wanting it to end.
Okay.
Have you got more?
The people asked for this, man.
Well, people are wrong.
People are arseholes.
Aye.
But we didn't say that. We love that you 15 people still listen to us. Best kill, worst kill. For worst kill, I've got Carrie Woorer, who plays Owen Wilson's bird, purely for having her face that close to John Voight's sweaty crotch before her neck snaps.
Aye.
Like, that's just a pure sin.
That's pure swan pass.
Nobody wants that. And best kill, I've got Jonathan Hyde, your man from Titanic, getting munched in the waterfall. Like, purely as well, just because I think I have a deep-seated hatred of this man from, like, Jumanji and all that. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, yes, eat that motherfucker.
Yeah, I've got my worst kill's my tail, because it just kind of squishes him.
Yeah, his leg snaps up and all that. Yeah.
My best one is John Voight. Just get him off my tail. I can't handle him anymore.
Get him off my desk.
It's too much. Just far too much.
Do you have a worst guy whose hairline's receding?
John Voight.
Okay.
The phoning it in, the accent, the changing accent, the weird looks. No.
I will never have time. Now, tangent number 5 of this podcast. I will never have time for cunts phoning it in. This is why me and James McAvoy don't speak anymore.
Yeah.
And James McAvoy is doing the American remake of that movie that came out last year. And just even watching the trailer, I'm like, oh, you're pissing me off. Do you know what I mean? I have no time for people who are phoning it in, because it's like, right, even if this is the easiest job in the world, like Samuel L. Jackson takes like 10-minute fucking thingies and everything. I have never seen Samuel L. Jackson phone it in. As in, he just shows up, says his line, and leaves.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, if you're getting paid for a shite film, but you know it's going to get you a kitchen renovation, just do it, mate. Just do it. Stop phoning it in.
Say the lines, go away.
Do you know what I mean? Oh, it riles me. Because this isn't exactly a movie that you can really be in, never mind taking out of, but it really riles me, because it's like, I can just smell that you're not interested in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, how am I supposed to be interested in watching this if you don't even want to say the fucking lines that you've been given? Do you know what I mean? Anyway, rant over. Fuck James McAvoy. My worst guy whose hairline's receding. I was going to say John Voight, but I'm sorry, Owen Wilson, he's a prick. Like,
just a weird performance for them all.
Sells his pals and his bird like right down the fucking river. He's just like, oh, well, fucked it anyway. And then 30 seconds later gets munched. Like, all this for what? You did this for what? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for £1 million.
Yeah.
Not even £1 million.
Because you've been munched. Yeah. So, our category for who's in a different movie, I've kind of went a bit rogue on it, right? Because I've said, I don't think anyone is in this movie. I think everyone is in their own movie.
Yeah.
So I'll rhyme it off and you can tell me if you agree. So I think Owen Wilson is in some mad stoner comedy.
All right.
I think his bird is supposed to be in some like Aerosmith music video. I think John Voight is supposed to either be, now Poundland version, is either the Poundland version of like Dracula in some movie, like a Channel 5 Dracula movie.
I've got you.
Or like the Poundland Channel 5 version of like The Godfather. Like that's what he's channeling. Your man who plays Mateo, he's in Law and Order. He's like sex pest number 4.
He's
like,
a rapist.
He's away, 100%. Special Victims Unit, I've seen him before. Ice Cube just can't be fucked. He's not even here, mate. No. He's just like...
That's just him being normal.
Yeah, he's just like, let me cut about, comfy as fuck, and I'll punch a snake in the face. Eric Stoltz isn't even in the film to be considered to be in a different film. I think he gave up
halfway through.
100%.
And he's like, guys, I'm not doing this.
And J-Lo is trying her best to be like an action star lead, and she just can't be arsed, man. She's like, going to get me back to my rom-coms, please.
Yeah.
Who have you got that's in a different movie?
I've got all of them as well.
Shut up.
And I was
really?
But not that, I think they've all been told, look, you're the star of this movie.
Right,
you're the lead. Like, you need to carry this.
Right, okay.
So they all do their best.
Okay.
And it just fucks up spectacularly for every single one.
I like that take. I like that. I thought you were going to turn around and be like, I've done the same as you. I'd be like, we really share one brain cell.
Like, when they done it, like, their agents have said to him, say, look, fucking John Voight, he's like your 15th choice for this. You're better than him.
Aye, 100%.
So Owen Wilson's like, I'll fucking outshine him.
You're fucking right, big man. Aye, it's like, oh, if you do really well in this, you'll be like the lead in the next one.
So they've all done it, and is it, oh, we're all fucking brilliant for being in this movie. And is it, nah, you aren't.
It is though, I'd say. It's like, I feel like they're all trying to chew the scenery, but Ice Cube chews the most scenery by doing fuck all. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I don't think he wanted to be in it. He's been made to be in this movie.
100%. They were like, right, you've made enough Friday sequels, like, let's make something else now. Do you know what I mean? No, 100%. Do you have an I'm out?
I've just got it should never have been put on.
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't have been in the first place.
Yeah. Do you know that way? This is one of those ones that whenever we watch it, and we do it every time, whenever we watch this movie, I'm hyped as fuck for the first like half an hour, and then I'm like, oh, this is really bad.
Yeah, there's no payoff for it.
Well, the people have chosen. Technically we've been good to use because you have had both your choices.
Aye.
But next week, so me and Ross have kind of been on a tangent of like Antichrist movies, and we're going to do one next week, but spoiler alert, it's not The Omen.
Yeah.
So you can have a ponder, you can have a think, but we hope that you are going to like it because we fucking love this movie.
See, this is a bad movie, but it's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, this is the thing. It's like, this movie's dreadful and was panned, but is excellent.
This is an amazing movie.
Yeah.
Like, you can watch this any day.
Oh,
no
absolutely,
issues.
absolutely. We basically, like, we watched the first Omen, and then, which is insane if nobody's ever seen it, fucking watch this movie, traumatizing. But then we went down like a mad Antichrist, like, marathon, I want to say, of just like trying to find anything, and we've found this one that we love. It's not The Omen. We do love The Omen, but this is not The Omen, and we'll just leave you with that, and you'll see what you get next week, guys.
You can guess it.
Yeah. As per trips, leave any thoughts and opinions over on Instagram at 10 out of 10 would watch again, and we hope to see you next week. Bye.